Again, Angela Bryant, the mother there of Cowboys wide receiver Dez Bryant. This is Cowboys Hall of Fame wide receiver Michael Irvin. Michael, you heard part of the tape there. What do you think?
Well, first, my heart bleeds. I mean, regardless we're talking about the Dallas Cowboy football player Dez Bryant, that's someone's mother saying that about her son. And you can only imagine the pain that she must be in, both physically and emotionally, to have to call the police on her own son.
Michael, from the Dez Bryant you know, could you have ever foreseen something like this?
Listen, to say this is totally out of the realm, a possibility, would not be totally, I wouldn't be totally honest. We know with Dez's background and his upbringing that he has the proclivity, he may have the proclivity to make some bad decisions. I had that proclivity. But to go this distance with it is a bit far. I don't even care to talk about what the Dallas Cowboys must be doing here. I need to know what some counsel is going to tell Dez or what guy he's talking to about this issue. You cannot, and you heard her say she's tired of this. She can't take it. So obviously it's so sad because it's not the first time, and there's certainly something going on there that, hey, if we care anything about him, the man, forget the football, we need to make sure somebody looks into this.
Well, you alluded to it. Let's put up some numbers, Michael. Dez Bryant, through 2 seasons, has been a pretty decent football player. Maybe not the football player they thought they were getting. Maybe not the off-the-chart, all-world Michael Irvin-like football player that they thought they were getting. But here's what they have received in his 2 years. You mentioned Jerry Jones. You look at those numbers, you see the stuff off the field. Is he worth the trouble?
Well, Andrew, those are all-world numbers for a guy in his first 2 years. Come up with 60-something catches last year in your second year. It's about 900 yards and, double-digit touchdowns. That is off-the-chart numbers. And all of the other stuff, it's been absolutely. Because, like I say, that's up to your debate. Rather, someone sagging pants is really a national story or cultural difference, even though it may have shown lacking in judgment. But here again, this issue is something new. And you guys want to talk about football. I want to tell you about the man. I don't care what the Dallas Cowboys think on this situation. I only want somebody to talk to Dez about figuring out how you get to the place where your mom is begging you to go home and not hit her. I don't care about anything else. That's serious stuff that we got to get to the bottom of.
Michael, one last thing. If you had Dez here right now, what would you tell him?
This is uncharted waters. I like to speak out of my spirit, and a lot of things, both the highs and lows, the peaks and the valleys, I've experienced. But this is out of the world for me. I've never laid my hands on any woman, let alone talk about the number one woman in any man's life, which should be his mother. And you got to only try to think about where the anger and all of that is for you to get to that point. And that's why, the pressures or the stress of what you're dealing with, whatever's going on, we got to de-stress them, depress. But we can't have that. And I know he has to be saying the same things now.
Well, hopefully that message gets across. Michael, thanks for taking the time joining us tonight.